5 reasons you should play Mega Man Classic or Mega Man X. 1. You like jumping and shooting. If you like to jump and you like to shoot, this is the games for you. Reason number 2. You love boss fights. And I mean you love boss fights, because this game is full of them. Not only is it full of platforming sections, it's full of boss fights of all kinds. So many unique boss fights to discover playing these games. Reason number 3. You want to increase your visual learning and hand-eye coordination. Mega Man games are known for putting you in situations where you want to, well, not really where you want to, but they put you in a situation where you have to learn how to get through it by just seeing it. So, for example, my nephews, they played Mega Man X, and they're going through the intro stage, and they get stuck because they don't really understand how to get through a certain enemy. But the game literally tells you how to get through it by showcasing it before giving you a more challenging platforming section that kind of gets in your way if you don't know how to deal with the enemy. So if you actually pay attention and have like some sort of reasoning skills to understand that, like, yo, I'm supposed to do this to this enemy after seeing it the first time, things like that. Or maybe I hit the enemy in a certain way. Maybe he's got a shield on the bottom of him, but like on the top you can hit him. You know what I'm saying? There's like things that if you pay attention, you start to remember this, and then later on in the game you'll encounter that same enemy and you'll be like, okay, I remember this. You know, like I've done this before. And that's what I feel what the Mega Man games teach. That other games don't. There's some games that don't. Like, I'm sorry to say this, but yes, Fortnite doesn't really teach you. Roblox doesn't really teach you. My nephews play these games. They don't really learn these sort of techniques. Not saying they can't, but it's like there's no barrier to entry. You see what I mean? While as in Mega Man, you have a barrier to entry. You actually have to pay attention to what you're doing in the game. You can't just plow through it and, win games, or you can't just plow through it and actually play the game. You actually have to progress through learning hand-eye coordination as well as visual learning. You have to actually pay attention to what you're seeing. Anyway, number 4. The 4th reason. You gain the ability, like you love gaining the ability to understand strengths and weaknesses in a fight, such as finding weak points, maybe even using the weakness of the boss, or finding a particular weakness using your current abilities or weapons that you obtained through fighting bosses, because that's what Mega Man's all about. If you don't know, in Mega Man, when you kill bosses or defeat them, you gain their abilities, you gain their weapon, and you're able to use it on other bosses and potentially find their weak point or weakness to make the fight easier. And that's another thing that's really fun about Mega Man, is finding these weaknesses without using like Google or a game facts or something. It made it more really exciting. When I was a young person, I had to find these things out. Like when I was a kid, I found these things out myself, because we didn't have those sort of things where we could like cheat and all that. So yeah, that's one thing I like about the Mega Man games. It kind of teaches you the idea of strengths and weaknesses. Like, oh, this boss is really strong against these moves, but they're also really weak against the other moves, like the other particular move. Armored Armadillo is a good example. Armored Armadillo has a shield, and he's really hard to deal with a buster only. He's not impossible, but he's definitely a boss where he'll block you majority of the time unless you have his weakness. His weakness is what makes his armor go away. I'm not going to spoil, but it makes his armor go away, and it makes the boss super easy, and now your buster can hit him. Anyway, and the last reason number 5, the last reason, you want to challenge yourself through limitations. Yes, I said it. You basically want to be masochistic. Nah, but in a real note, you want to challenge yourself through limitations, as in you want to, maybe you don't want to use the weaknesses. Maybe you want to make the game a hard mode. Maybe you want to play on hard mode. You know, maybe you want to speed run the game and play as fast as you can. That's the beauty of Mega Man Classic as well as Mega Man X. You can do these things. You can do them casually. You can just do them just whatever, like for like a stream, like a live stream. You want to play it, like you want to do a speed run, or maybe you want to do Buster only or Z Saber only if you're playing Zero. Things like that. I feel like this game can really make you challenge yourself, you know, so that you feel like, yo, like maybe I don't want to use those weaknesses. Maybe I want to make it a harder game. And that's why this game has extremely high replay value, because you can play through it again, but you can just make it more difficult for yourself, or very masochistic where you don't want to use any abilities, or maybe you don't want to use any energy tanks. Maybe you want to make it to where it's like an impossible challenge. Although there is nothing impossible when it comes to Mega Man. I feel like you can actually beat every boss, and there's even like no hit. Can you beat the game without getting touched? I'm pretty sure you can. I think every Mega Man you can actually avoid getting touched by everything. There's no Mega Man game where you can't like not, you know, get attacked or whatever. You know what I mean? Anyway, and that's like all the reasons that you guys should play Mega Man X and Mega Man Classic. I hope you enjoyed this video. There's more reasons, I'm sure, but those 5 reasons should honestly make you want to play these 2 series. You can, and by the way, if you don't know, there's collections of these games on a lot of consoles. I think they're pretty much on every console and on PC, on Steam, etc. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. It doesn't have to just be about games. It could be about food or whatever. I don't know. Anything, really. Anyway, guys, peace.